Hi, dear. How are you?
So sorry about that, Dolores. That happens. I don't even know where they got the link. I mean, it was sent only to people who registered. This is very strange. So I'm not letting anybody in. So they'll just record it and send it to the people. They have a lot of people registered, but they'll get the recording. That's fine. I'll just share the screen and you go ahead, please. Thank you.
So once Savina is doing that, I can continue on the talk. So for us, next page, please. So we have a one-on-one sessions, so we can register, talk on the side to talk about like if you are doing the like a technical writer, if you are doing like translation services, a lot of things you could we could have a separate meeting, talk about it. So I can to help you to decide whether there's a market for you. Obviously, so right now time's very limited. So let me focus on the high level just to make sure everyone get the best out of the information, the time we have. So overall, let's just move. We will talk about some fundamentals. So next page, please. Thank you. There are a lot of opportunities for sure. Each year we have many contracts signed and as a small work, and we pay by corporate credit card. So next page, please. So we have a lot of stats scan information to track that, but for the individual, basically to understand it, talk to us will help. I can help you to know it a little bit better. So selling to us, there's only one thing you might have to be aware in comparison, how you do business in procurement tends to take a little bit of time. That's simply because of government is bounded by a lot of regulation and the trade agreements. Because of that, we were required as a buyer, we're required to post document officially on the website for other company, for every company to see it, to compete on it. Currently, federal government, we have, as a Canada, we have 11 active trade agreements with different countries, different regions. So it will take time and little efforts, and everything will translate to English and French. Those also will take time. Okay, next page, please. Thank you. Delegation authority, it just not really trying to tell you, okay, what's the dollar value and how to authorize those contracts. It's mainly to say, okay, if you sell something under those dollar value threshold, you will just deal with the end user yourself, such as Transport Canada. You can be just dealing with them on your own. But if you are selling something more than that dollar value for that category, you will have my department involvement, because we're the largest buyer in Canada. We're like supporting department. We have the largest procurement team within the federal government. As the federal government, we buy 20 on average, $22–23 billion worth goods and services in a year. We buy so many things. A lot of people wondering whether there's a market. So I would love to give you some example what we usually buy. From what you can see in the office, from computer and table, chair, drywall, telephone services, and the paper clips, all of those you can see. And when we talk about like building security, building cleaning services, we have a national highways. Highway need to maintain. Highway need to have the lighting system. And we have federal prisons, prisoners, they need to eat, they need to they need to sleep, they need to like have the bed, have the quilt, have the pillow, have the clothes, have all of the food. They need to have education, they need to learn skills in order to integrate back to the society. after they're out of it, they need to still have a registered nurse following up, and they need to have women will have a transitional home, a lot of social support, and all of those we have to pay. We, like, for other example, like we have a D&D military base. All the soldiers, they need the food, they need their clothes, again, all along. Many things we buy. A lot of smaller companies selling to us, smaller women company helping D&D cleaning the shooting sites. So because they practice shooting, though, is all the bullets, the debris of bombs. So company will have, the women company will go there to do clean up once in a while. And also we have like women like sewing companies. They are helping, they're signing the contract with the D&D, help them to sewing on their medal, and some their badges falling apart, they help them put it on. So a lot of times it's people surprised to see they can sell to us. Even another thing, from like a good example is, sometimes I don't even realize we buy such a thing. Like, for example, one time I find out we buy a lot of candles, but like as a federal government, why you need to buy candles, right? So also allowed, because for our military, every soldier in their uniform, they have a candle. So the candle obviously serves the purpose of light up, to give the light if they run out of battery, but also it's a special made. Is with all the nutrition put in that candle. So in the destroyed situation, they can chew on the candle to survive. So then that will expire. It's not like last forever. So they have to replace those. So that's also a business. Sometimes you just realize in government
Wow,
market,
that's amazing.
so many, yeah, there's so many things there in federal government. People start to learn, start to realize, oh, there's a market for me. Yes, so there's the only times you just probably don't know, but actually after you explore more, you will find, oh, right, yes, I find a good match. So that's just some example I want to share with you. So let's move to another page, please. So if you wonder whether government will buy from you, you're small or you're just a company selling something, maybe not necessarily buy, let's find out. But sometimes you can find result right away. Sometimes takes some efforts and time. Selling to us, you need to register. Okay, let's look at this page, buyandsell.gc.ca. This is our tender website. So for something we buy officially, we have to let everyone know, we post on buy and sell. People don't realize, like provincial government, we're in the same idea. They will have to post their tender too, because in Canada, each province, they have to sign an agreement to allow business moving from one province to another province to do business without tariff. So this is called Canada Free Trade Agreement. So as your company, you enjoy it. So as a government body, like federal, provincial, we all have to post our tender on the site to allow company from other province to compete. So this is just a mutually all agreed. So because of that, buy and sell, it's the site for federal, provincial government is called Jaguar. If you actually search provincial government tenders, you will find a website. And later on, I couldn't really share, but in the chat, I can send you another site. It will show you as a broader public sector. Let's say you're interested to sell a hospital. You are interested to promote your services to school boards. Where are they? Like so many school boards, like or university, where are they? Where they post opportunity? How will you be able to reach out to them? There is a website. As a federal provincial government, we put money together, we build a website. Everything's on the website. So I can share that with you too. So before we finish today. Okay, so this is a site, go there, like move on, next page. Everything on the website is all free. I don't expect you to pay anything on that website. So you can see the tender document, you can see whether that's something you can do. If you do the keyword search, it's search function like Google, you do the keyword search. If there's an opportunity there, take a look, the tender document at the right bottom, you scroll down, you can just download it and see it and share with your friend. Everything's free. Register with us. Well, in order to sell your goods and services to us as a larger buyer, if you're ever dealing with a global firms, large companies such as like Chrysler, Ford, like a Kellogg, those cereal breakfast cereal companies, we all have our own database. Like other foreign governments, we all have our own database. We're so large. So if you are interested to sell to us, you have to register in our database to tell us, okay, you are our business, you sell certain goods and services, and where you're covering. Although you're located in Ontario, in Toronto, will you be waiting to do that in Ottawa? Will you be waiting to go to Winnipeg to do some business? So where was your geographic coverage? So all those information you need to let us know. So for our buyers, when we need something, our buyer usually they use someone before, they could have a list. Well, beyond the list, a lot of time we encourage them to use more fresh idea, give other small company opportunity. Especially this 2 years, we start to more and more encourage our buyers to use a women business, use this business come from underrepresented groups. So we even set up quota for Indigenous and for women. That's actually solid quota for them to meet every year. Because of that, they need to find those buyers. Where we find them? In our supply registration information system. So only if you register, then they will have to go to the database to find you. Because for us, they don't really use a Google search. Okay, let me search who can sell spare power supply in Yellowknife. No, that's not what they're doing. Most of the time, they search our buy and sell. Search our SR system first. So you can register in order to sell us. The registration is all free. You don't have to pay. As long as you register, you are visible to us. So that's a very good way also to make yourself, make your business, your services available to government. This page is really for Indigenous business. If none of us is Indigenous background, we don't have to worry too much. Basically, for Indigenous, we set up the target is a 5% in a year. We will have to give to Indigenous company a lot of opportunities when we send it out on buy and sell. We have to say, only open up to Indigenous company. How that relevant to everyone else? It is. So a lot of times, Indigenous company, they don't have the capacity. They are new and they don't have experience, and they just not to that extent can do the work. So if your company, you find Indigenous company, you can pair up to do it together, do a joint venture. Then you will meet requirement, you will be to compete. So if you want to know more, I can talk about it later on. Let's just move on, next page. Yes, next, talk about building network. Next page, please. Build network. Selling to government is like you sell to the private sectors. Network paid off, especially for small dollar value contracts. I will show you the federal government phone book. So it's free to use, free access. Provincial government have a similar thing. You can go to the website, find all the government officials from very senior level deputy minister to the department's heads, like all the senior management, all those director generals and the senior directors. Those are the people, they're decision makers. I see smaller company, they promote their training services, they promote their HR, mentoring, coaching services, and they got job that way. So because they eventually convince those decision makers to say, okay, I find the value in your services that can maybe my directory have more people to retire. You can help us to build a transition plan, things like that. Okay, next page. This page is about federal government phone book. If you see the left-hand side, GEDS, that's if you Google it, GEDS, that's open federal government phone book. If you search my name, Dolores Sui, like the one show up currently in my picture, Dolores Sui, if you search by that, you will see me. you will see my office, our whole team. And if you go through that tree, you can all the way see my department, different division. We have a large accommodation department. We have a large accommodation side, a lot of engineer, a lot of architecture, a big HR department, a large communication group. We have training, like employee health assistant program. We have many, like Park Canada is all on the website. So you have difficulty to get there, I strongly recommend you to talk to me after our session, because today we only have this limited time. Right now we probably have 15 minutes to go, so let's just move on. So promote yourself so you can talk to those government buyers. There's a few things you want to consider if you're small. A lot of small companies become successful this way is they actually set up this subcontracting arrangement or have this joint venture. In our system, we see a lot of small companies, they pair up, so they create a better capacity and stronger experience backgrounds, more years of experience, so to take on government jobs, or they become subcontracting for the large company. Because when they search buy and sell, wow, government buy a lot of training services or transition services, but it seems like that's a relatively bigger company. You can contact them and become their subcontractor to sell into us. Like a lot of small IT companies, they subcontract through IBM. We see so many of those examples. I helped one company 4 or 5 years ago. They have been subcontracting with IBM for like 5-6 years. So eventually they grow to a certain size, they build on their knowledge and build on their experience. Eventually they can do competition to some smaller jobs. So that's how they grow. So this is also a way to step by step to come to the size. Let's move on. Important thing to share. Okay, finding opportunities. Next page, please. Thank you. Again, this is page of buy and sell. Next page. Usually when we do the 2-hour session, I will quickly show you how to use it. But right now, I think if you are you should have not say tech savvy, but you have a basic knowledge how to use website, do keyword search. You should do good to go. Yeah, we have all the open data because people will ask, okay, I do the keyword search. Currently, there's no opportunity. What am I gonna find? Actually, on our buy and sell website, we have a 3 years of a contract history. So for you, you can see it in the past 3 years for your type of goods and services. Have we ever bought it before? Or what's the volume, right? If you see 400 of them, wow, we buy a lot of things from your field, your sectors. So you will see, okay, let me see those, because we also posted who are the vendor. You can see how big they are. Are they really in the direct competition with you, or they're in the same size? Because on the website, we will tell how big they are, and you can see their name. You can Google them to see where they locate. You can do this kind of a marketing intelligent research, because after that, you will have a very good understanding whether you can just do a direct competition or they're too big for you. Maybe you can be part of the game. You can join this market without have to direct supply. There's many opportunities. Okay, next page. We have a lot of low dollar value. So this is also because of small dollar. Yes, you will get a slice. Savlena, she will be able to share. I sent it to her already, so she can share it with you. So we have those opportunities. So we try to maintain everything competitive. We try to make them fair to everyone. So there's a few terminologies on the website. You might see a few different kind of a type of supplies. For that is common words when you are talking about federal government procurement. Also, when you want to know provincial government procurement, they are very similar in the same idea. I work with a lot of township cities. They all have a similar terminology. So this is something you need to just get a glance understanding. Standing offer, first of all. Standing offer means two-phase process. Because of trade agreement, we have to keep the tender process for very long. It won't really meet our day-to-day operational needs because I cannot wait for 2 months to get a financial advisor to come to us to help us do the financial viability analysis because we have a 200 there we need to do for our federal buildings. Each building is a one case, so 200 of them. To wait for 2 months, just too long. So what we do is, first of all, we do the regular process that takes maybe 3 months. We qualify an exclusive pool of suppliers. So this pool can be like 30 companies, let's say. Second phase. So when I actually get those 200 buildings information ready, I will just go to the pool to call company. Okay, can you do this? How many financial advisor, financial analysts you have? So this is the 10, give it to you. This is the 10, give to you. So hopefully you can get back to me within a week or so. So things like that. Supply arrangement, this one is very similar to standing offer. However, this one, we will have to negotiate the price in the second phase. The first one, price is all predefined. You just provide me with the people. I give you the requirements. So it's quick exchange. For supply arrangement, you get like 10 days, 15 days to prepare your mini proposal to tell us for this level of difficulty. Let's say you are a technical writer. For the simple thing, that's how much you charge, right? For a very specific Natural Resource Canada report, that will be very technical. You will probably charge more. So that's what it is. So different kind of method. So let's look at this page. A lot of professional services for women. Women are good at a lot of training because we're very articulate. We're good at talk. We have a lot good logic. A lot of times we're very good in this field. So there's a lot of a database for services. You can, from the wording, you can see they're IT, they're non-IT. Pro services is the most popular one for professional services. They are for low dollar value. Anything under $100,000. Under $100,000 is a mandatory to use for federal government. For all the 120 department agencies, if they need to buy professional services in low dollar value category, they have to use the pro services. So if any one of you are in this kind of field, pro services is a good place for you to get registered, get qualified in. So I can teach you more about it, but let's just move on for now. Move on, please. Yeah, this one, don't worry about it. Next page, please. We have a non-competitive approach that just for everyone to be aware of. Is not really at this point to talk more. Let's just move on. Yeah, thank you. So for all those non-competitive approach on buy and sell, we will have ACAN, Advanced Contract Award Notice. For all those things, we will let people know, basically. It's not hide behind. But if you see anything, actually you can do. You're like, oh, this is an ACAN. They plan to give this contract to company A. But that's something I can do. I can very much perform same thing. You can let us know. Every file, we have a contracting officer. You can just let us know. And they will include you into the process. So you will be considered too. So just give you a fair chance. This one, just to purely say this terminology means we're looking for information. This is not opportunity. Don't worry too much about it. Move on. Next page, request. Bidding opportunity. Bidding opportunity is how to, for me, regulate. That will be 2-hour session to talk about how you prepare a proposal to meet federal government tender requirements. What we mean for each session, there are so many clauses and forms, and through the bidding opportunity, we will teach you how to respond to those. Government has a lot of different requirements, federal level, provincial level, city, very similar. So this session is here. We have a few slices, just to quickly guide you through, but we would, if you really need to learn it, I would like thinking either have a quick one-on-one, depends on your level of knowledge, or like that will have taught to Silverlana, whether we have another session about it. So this is like a proposal, like government proposal preparation. That's another session, big topic. For here, we're just quickly getting through. Next page, please. We have a lot of company. They run their private company doing proposal writing for companies. For private companies, they attend our session from time to time to learn our changes, to understand what's the new things. Then they will be able to help their clients better. So I heard from business, they're telling me they attend training sessions on how to sell to government, like whether they should extend to government market. They charge $75 to learn all of this. So they said they don't even talk as much as like Dolores, what you can tell me, but it's a fee for service in the industry. So that's why sometimes we have those foreign public company that are actually registered to learn. Okay, important thing for you to know is for any federal government tenders, we assigned a contracting officer to look after it. So it will be looked after. So anytime you have a question, you have a person to ask. So you don't have to thinking, oh, I'm hung down there, no one to talk to me. No, that won't be the case. Yeah, move on. So everything will be fairly monitored. Submit your bids, deadline, make sure you know that. So everyone is quite a veteran in business field. So come to government, there's a little thing you have to know is a security clearance, because you access to federal government system, you work with a government database, you need to get security cleared. You overall is a free. Everything's free for you. You only need to get a fingerprint. For us, we will just it need to be sponsored. So if you look at some tenders you're interested in, ask that contracting officer to sponsor you. When they sponsor you, you can get security cleared. So this contracting security program is the program doing the evaluation on you. They might interview you too. They have some, on the website, they have some quick learning session to give you some training on the security clearance, general information. You only need to pay for this fingerprint. You go to a RCMP center and get a fingerprint. That's around like $30–40. After that, the rest of the cost, we pay for it. Credit check, you have to allow us to do it. Next page. We will have to do it. Make sure you are not financially vulnerable. Yeah, so move on, next page. So though this is a big session about security clearance, but it just, you need to know you have to do it, but it's, again, you need to fill up some forms and it's free for you basically, besides the fingerprint part. So yeah, next page. So John Van Zuben is our chief in the region. Frau, yeah, you see something you don't like, we have a system for you to report on anything you don't think fair. Let's move on, next page. Contract award, a lot of people haven't even started yet. I don't want to talk about the contract execution, but I just want to tell you, federal government, we are a very good customer. We always pay. For small business, we pay in 15 days after receive your invoices and the program people sign off on it. 30 days for large company, 15 days for smaller company. So right now we're start to get to canada.ca, that's the website. Federal government, we will move to Canada by next year. And overall in Canada, all the broader public sector will move there. Currently, like City Toronto, they post their tender on Canada by, like on this website. And also a lot like so we have to make all the Canada's broader public sector to overall to have to post every opportunity from Canada onto the same site. So that's why we start to use Canada by. So yeah, move on next page. We have this is our regional. We have some contact information. You have a question, you can contact us. We have a 100 number there. Next page. So see, this is the page showing we have a regional offices. So if you happen to want to expand your business to Quebec or expand to Pacific, we have the contact information. They can help you. They can definitely benefit you for you to reach out to us to talk about in the region and what is required. So, okay, all right. I guess I quickly go through the very large deck to share with you the most important information. So hopefully through the session, like just to allow you to get a good knowledge to understand, at least to get to know this everything's possible, and there's a lot of things you could actually benefit from. And also I want to share with you later this week, in Thursday and Friday, we will have a very large G2B event. I will be the moderator for a big panel. We have 6 federal department. We'll talk about their services to women business, and we will have a lot of the community companies to talk about how they can help small business. So you are more than welcome to register to attend the session. It's hosted by my office. It's all free. So it's through, I think we're also use Zoom too. So now every day everyone's using Zoom. Oh, so send the link. Okay, sure. I can share you with the link.
So maybe before you go, Dolores, thank you very much. We have a few questions that people want to ask. Jackie is asking, do you need to register before setting up the meeting with you?
You can, I can send you, let me quickly see. You can just call our phone number here, Ontario office, or use the Ontario email, just to email us to say, hey, I want to book a one-on-one session with Dolores, and then our admin will put it in the calendar. Or if I'm on leave, I'm not available, maybe someone in my office can help you too. So
absolutely, if you have challenges doing that,
definitely,
well, let me know, I'll help you.
Yeah, and especially
anybody for moving forward for meetings directly to the 1-800 number, or if you choose to do it through Immigrant Women in Business, do that.
Yeah, because Savilena, she has my email address and phone number, so that's also can be a way to get hold of me. Let me just quickly find our event information for this Thursday and Friday. If you have time, you can actually attend.
Beautiful. Yeah, share with us, please. Anybody else has questions? We have a couple of minutes left. Naira, Maria?
I would love to connect with you, Dolores. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Not a problem. You are more than welcome. Let me just quickly grab it and send it to you. Then you have it. So, okay. So
and they're going to let you go because it's 3:01.
Yeah, I know
I have the deck.
Okay, I'm just posting the link. So everyone, you will have it. I just send the link to you. That's our calendar. So yeah, I know you. So that's basically the link for it. So let me give you. So Dolores. So yeah. So. Okay, so that's
I was supposed to, excuse me, I was supposed to find a link in here to register, or this is like the website, we just click in there?
This is the link. You click on it, and then you can register. So they will send you the Zoom information, the login, and we have 2 different ones. One is just for the event, for the speaking, and the other one is for the cafe. It's just in a way you can pop into different kind of table to talk to government officials.
Got it. Thank you.
So we can go. Thank you very much, Dolores. Maybe give us a little bit of hopes. I mean, we hear it from all over. It's very difficult to deal with the government. It takes too long. Maybe give us that hopes of inspiration that you can be the person. I know that it's fair. We got to go through the process. How likely and what is the effort? Because you're talking about a lot of women, immigrants, a lot of them, they're single mothers. Time is very valuable for us. Can you give us a little bit of hope how quickly and effective the process can be, and how you can play the role to expedite help to members of immigrant women in business?
Thanks again for the immigrant women in business. We have this very productive session, and see everyone is conquer the technical difficulty and just so eventually quickly organized, be very agile in just to get things done. So I guess looking forward to talk to you. So of course, thanks Sovelena, and we got connected. We've been like through message tag back and forth with each other, finally get connected. So hopefully a lot of amazing things will happen for your organization. So very good luck to everyone. Yeah,
And
nice
you'll be able to help us, right, Dolores? So you'll be our right hand. Yes, okay, good. I know that it's tough for you to say in a government position. You have to be fair with everybody, but I know that you're immigrant from China. You came like us, went through a lot of challenges, and you connect with heart to immigrant women in business. And thank you for that. And thank you, by the way, for reaching out to our organization. We are very happy that you came to our life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Ciao, guys.
My pleasure.